Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you the early work of a really cool project that I'm working out with my good friend Adam. We are trying to create an artificial intelligence, or AI, program that can understand and play online ranked Pokemon battles. One of the first things that the program needs to be able to do is to identify the opponent's Pokemon. Thus, what I'm showing in this video is the program identifying our opponent's Pokemon and then displaying its stats on the screen. Please make sure to subscribe so you can follow our progress on this fun project. You should see two applications on my screen. The small black window is a command prompt. The command shown will run the AI program that will identify the opponent's Pokemon and display their stats. The code was written in my favorite programming language, Python. Before we can run it though, we need to reach the team preview screen. The other program is the Elgato capture software. This program is open so I can mirror what is being shown on my TV. The AI program will take screenshots from my laptop, which will allow it to take pictures from what the capture software is showing. I used OBS Studio to record what you are currently seeing. Having two different recording applications, a command prompt, and using an external monitor made this process a little messier than I would have liked. If you have suggestions on how I can improve this capture setup, please let me know in the comment section down below. It actually took a long time to find my opponent for this run, so I'll just skip to that part. Okay, so we have found an opponent. I will now run the program. While the program is running, I will select my team. It takes a little bit of time for the program to run, so let's give it a few moments. Now the pop-up window has appeared. It lists my opponent's Pokemon and their base stats. The program correctly identified Pheromosa, Togekiss, Torkoal, Venusaur, Glacier, and Sakataka. From the base stats, we can see that my opponent has three very slow Pokemon in the Torkoal, Glacier, and Sakataka. This will allow it to thrive in Trick Room, which Sakataka can set up. Additionally, Pheromosa can learn Speed Swap, and Venusaur gets its speed boosted by Torkoal's ability, which causes sunlight to appear. My opponent clearly has multiple speed control options. That is the kind of information I plan on adding in the future, along with typing, abilities, and other information. Let me know in the comments down below if you think there's other important information that should be displayed. Remember that this is just what my laptop screen looks like. The picture on my TV screen looks like this. Let's take a look at some other scenarios. This is an interesting scenario because my opponent has three Pokemon with alternate forms. They are Rotom, Urshifu, and Tornadus. All of Rotom's alternate forms have the same base stats, but each form has a different type and a unique move. Rotom Heat, for instance, gets Overheat and is also part Fire type. Tornadus has two different forms and they have different base stats, so it's important for our model to identify the correct form. As you can see, our model correctly identified my opponent's Pokemon along with their forms. You may be wondering why the box has same sprite for two diff forms next to Urshifu's name. That's because Urshifu has two different forms, but both forms share the same sprite in Team Preview. The two different forms have the same base stats, but they have different typing and movesets. We need to keep this in mind because our model cannot identify which form it is from the sprite alone. It could make educated guesses though, based on Urshifu's teammates. What we will have to do in the future is have the program take a picture again when Urshifu comes onto the battlefield and then identify it. The two different forms have the same sprite in Team Preview, but they look different during battle. Now here is a montage of the program in action. What? Why did our program identify Cradley as a Clefairy and not as a Cradley? Don't panic. The reason is simple. We never trained the model on Cradley data before. You see, the model can only identify Pokemon we have trained it to identify. We have only been trained on Pokemon that I've encountered in online ranked battles. This is the first time I've ever seen a Cradley in an online ranked battle in Sword and Shield. As a result, the model was confused and didn't properly identify it. Now that we've seen Cradley, we will retrain the model so it can better detect Cradley in the future. What does training the model look like? Here is me writing a script to train the model. Once the script is done, I'm ready to go back to identifying Pokemon. The next step is to improve the display so that the user can see not only the Pokemon's stats, but also their abilities, typing, movesets, stat distributions, and more. Once the AI program has this information, it can use this data to determine who you or it should select. Please make sure to subscribe and turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on this exciting project. I would also appreciate if you can leave a like on this video, as it helps this video get more attention. Lastly, I'd like to thank my good friend Adam for working on this project with me. He's been very helpful and he's done great work with me. With that, thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.